Is basically year one what you saw further up. Okay, it's been sort of fine-tuned a bit. We've got a bit more kale in there probably. As I say, I work quite close with Kit Motion, and we sort of concoct these mixes. And this has worked quite well, I think. You might agree. We've got even some of the triticale has grown, which it hasn't done that much this year, but we got triticale in there as well. You've got the quinoa, which is this pat hen looking like stuff, and you've got there's a bit of borage in there, which I always add just for the insects, and the kale, and I've got the, I should have brought it down with me. I've got the whole thing back at the farm, which we can look at. But this is first year, and I think this will last. It should last. Now that the kale is well established, that should last 2 or 3 years without a problem. This had about 60, 70 units of nitrogen on it when it went in, and depending on what kale is there, it'll probably get another dose in the spring. You've got to treat it like your own, any other crop to get the benefit from it. And the one disadvantage might be in sort of year 2 on this, it might be too thick. Now, so what you've got to do is, well, okay, I'll run through it with a topper or something like that. That's fine, but you've got to have, say that's an acre pack, an acre on your CSS or HLS. That's an acre. You've got to make sure that you've got your acre's worth of growth there, although you've cut out some strips and that sort of thing, so that you're covered with your. Sarah, you'll back me up on this wherever you are. You've got to have. You've got, say that's an acre. You put that down as an acre. You've got to have an acre and a bit more if you want to run something through it to knock it down. You know what I mean? Basically, that is what it is. And as I say, we had our first shoot on Saturday, and so all around here, you get the birds come in here. And right, sorry, I don't know if you'd like to say something else.
Hi everyone. This is absolutely brilliant. I think big congratulations to Swithen. You get my award of the week for bird cover. This is what you're aiming for, guys. This is really, really good. We've got all the right components in here. Can I just add something about structure, as you were saying about chopping some down? I agree, because you do need some open areas as well for the birds to actually get in there and forage. If you're in the business of producing some wild pheasants or partridge, then it's extremely important that you produce some brood rearing cover around Ascot week as well as the winter bird food and cover. And these can often double up as brood rearing cover, because obviously Swithen established this in the spring, and it will have just been high enough, I would suspect, to hold a few coveys, a few broods.
What, now?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yes. But certainly, mid to late summer, this would have been, so high, and it would have been fairly open. It would have been open enough to allow some of the broods to, the hens to walk through with their chicks, and that's extremely important, because this area will have tons of insects within it, and that's exactly what these chicks need during the first 10 days of the chick life. Okay, it's high protein diet. They get that through the insects. So if you've got these scattered around the farm, don't just think of them as winter cover, but they're also fantastic in the summer. And that's a very, very good reason to bring rotation into these crops, because if you've got some being established, some already structurally mature, then it does add variety, and it does mean that things use them at different times of year.